What's up, guys? Justin Morgan here, Carved Up Vegan Muscle, and you are watching my training from this previous week. I will start by saying that the background music that you are listening to is U2 Age of Innocence, and since they actually opened that album on iTunes and released it to everyone with an iTunes or iDevice or Apple device anywhere for free download, and it was posted to YouTube as well as a free purchase and download, then I think that I am okay to use it without violating copyright infringements. But if not, then I will end up having to take this video down and repost it. But the lifts that you are watching is my recovery. I incrementally added weight as a goal each day this week, and kind of overdid it a little bit towards the end of the week, which you'll see in just a few moments when I get to those days. What you're watching now is from like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of time frame. Actually, it started on Tuesday because I squatted with my class, like I mentioned previously in another video, and that went horribly. I was not able to do it. It was difficult to keep an upright position. There was a lot of this, of course, is less stressful on my lower back doing the high bar narrow stance squat as opposed to the wide stance kind of low bar squat that is popular in powerlifting. But you know, you still use a lot of back strength to hold the weight upright. So this was actually really good for me to kind of build up my back coming back into squatting and doing that kind of thing. And still working on the push press, I like to get my push press up in the mid 200s. I think it was like 225, 230 or something. Was, you know, not too hard. I didn't kill myself on it, but I'd like to get that up in the mid 200s before I move on to doing focusing more on bench press again. And so I'm going to keep doing that until I get there. Now, this that you're watching here is from the last day, the Friday, this past Friday, and I just basically worked on that low bar squat and getting in a position. I probably will not do this style of squat again because between this and the deadlifting I did the day after, I was in a lot of pain in my lower back following my low back injury, and this was all about just trying to find depth and getting deeper in the hole. Opening and increasing my hip mobility was the idea here. And I'm probably going to have to come back and work on that a lot again, but this was good practice. I like the idea of practicing these lifts, practicing the power lifts, the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift, the way that they are in competition, as a way to kind of increase my ability to do them as a competitor, and thinking of the lifts in that way. So that was it for that. This is where a lot of the pain really started to set in. My goal was actually to do 405 for a set of 3, but when I actually went to pull 405, I was in such a large amount of pain that I just immediately stopped and said I need to take some weight off. So I came back down to 365 pounds here and did that for a triple and said that's it, that's all I'm going to do today. I didn't do any back off sets or anything like that, and that was probably good. I probably shouldn't have done it at all. So this was the 230-pound push press. I don't think I really did any back off sets. I haven't recorded a lot of my back off sets for things anyways. You know, it looks like I did record something here. It's like 185 for 3 or 5 or something, I don't know. But I don't record all of my lifts. I just kind of record some highlights from whatever I did. So, you know, hopefully, you know, you guys that are looking at this and kind of considering some different training principles for yourself and what you're doing, just understand that I do more lifts, more volume, more back off sets than what I actually record. I just kind of record some of the highlights and maybe a few here and there. These are Pendlay rows. They're one of my favorite accessory exercises. I also do a lot of pull-ups, but I of course didn't actually record any of the pull-ups that I did. So that's kind of it for the training this past week. For the scripture that I've been reading this week, well, actually I wasn't even really reading it, I was just thinking on it. It says, it's from Ephesians, and it says, "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." And that to me is just I mean, it goes both, natural and, in a spiritual direction, because it does express how much Christ loved the church. It brings us back to that aspect that God came as a man, offered himself as a sacrifice, as atonement for our sins, and then, resurrected again because he was sinless. And because of that, I can call on him and ask for forgiveness of my sins. That is the message of the scriptures. And the commandment to husbands, or the role of a husband in a relationship, is that we should love our wives so much that we would be willing to give ourselves, to give our lives for her. And I think that if more husbands, especially more Christian husbands, I guess specifically in this case, would live up to that scripture, then divorce would be nearly non-existent. You wouldn't see a lot of people falling into problems in the relationships if husbands loved their wives in that way, the way that the scriptures command us to do. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you next time.